All right, so this is going to be a rescue situation, and we're going to be talking a little bit about mechanism of injury. Before we jump into it, we do have the rescue packs right here. It comes with 2 tourniquets, and it comes with a blue training tourniquet, so you can play with that. Slam splint. I'm not Sam splint. We have a splint in here, aluminum splint. We have everything that you're going to need when you do this, okay? So we'll take a look at this a little bit later during this video. So remember, this is a broken femur. It takes a lot of force to break a femur. Your femur is this bone right here. Look at that calf. Ooh. But yeah, this is that femur right here. Really hard to break, but it's not good to break because the bones shards can slice the femoral artery and you can bleed out real quick. So let's take a quick look. There we go. Oh, okay, we landed it. Oh, real quick, he landed on his left side. So we're talking about mechanism of injury here. Where do you which leg do you think is broken? There's a little training for mechanism of injury.
Oh my God. I can't move.
Okay, can't move. Musculoskeletal system. Think of it as scaffolding for your body. If you don't have scaffolding or load-bearing walls or anything like that, it's going to collapse. Oops.
Holy fuck. Oh my God.
There's the pain. There's him touching and guarding, feeling the pain. He's pointing exactly where the pain is. Dirt bike dill. I could feel my entire leg dangling when I lifted it. Okay, so here, real quick, I know I keep pausing it. You can take down non-load bearing walls and you can renovate your house, but you can't take the load bearing walls down. Same thing with, like I said, scaffolding. Okay, you can't take some pipes out. You know, a 3-legged chair, you know, a tripod chair. You can't take one of the legs out and keep it standing. So you have to have the full system.
Oh, it's the femur.
Oh, he knows.
I don't know if I snapped that too.
Look at your fucking leg.
I know, dude. It looks huge.
Yeah, you fucking, like, dude, that shit's fucking curved right now, bro.
So his leg is curved. So when we talk about uncommon things in common situations, it's not just about cars. So uncommon, it looks a little off. It looks a little weird. It looks a little different than your other leg. That is a deformity. So that's part of finding out what kind of injury you have, or if there is an injury, you can find a deformity. So his leg is actually just kind of falling over, and his muscles right now are tightening and shaking, and they're contracted. So imagine broken shards of bones and your muscle tissues doing this. And you wonder why you can bleed out quite a bit inside your leg. You can get at least, I think you can get 2 liters of blood just hiding inside your leg. That's not good. 2 liters of blood is you're going to start going and crashing, going to shock if that continues.
I do.
All right, so here we go. It looks closed. Look at the bend. So that looks like a mid-femur fracture. That's no buenos. So what we typically do that you're not trained in is that we do manual traction. We actually pull on the ankle, and basically, so if it's like this, we pull on the ankle so that it straightens out. That's what we do to put it in the anatomical position. So what can we do in this situation, everybody? It's a closed femur fracture. We have no external bleeding. We can't really stop the bleed. We can't do much, honestly, even with this pack. You're going to want to remain calm, ensure your own safety, stop any major bleeds, and quickly assess the severity. So on the back side, so you guys can tell what's happening here, on the back side of these cards is this. Okay, so if you start to see him become pale, he's starting to like feel really cold, profuse sweating, so he's like just drenched in sweat, and he's starting to have a weak pulse, and it's going fast, and he's breathing shallow, and it's going fast. Feels like he's gonna throw up, and he's starting to get anxious. He's probably gonna be going into shock. Okay, we need to keep him warm. So inside of our packs, we have that Mylar blanket that's gonna keep him warm. You're there for emotional support. You're there to call 911. That's on the front right here. Remain calm. You need to tell someone, or you need to call 911. One thing I really like about the Cardo Pack Talks, and we have the Edge here, the Cardo Pack Talk Edge, is that I can call 911. I have my quad lock phone here. I dial 911, and it's hooked up to my Cardo, and now I'm hands-free talking to my buddy, and while talking to dispatch, or I can have somebody else do that. And so I'm doing that, and maybe my buddy's talking to dispatch on their phone, and so like I'm able to communicate with everything. But we want to ensure our own safety. We don't want to get hit by anybody else. We want to wear our own personal protective equipment. You just got to sit there and wait. You got to sit there and wait, especially for something like this. But it is an emergency situation. You do need to call 911. You do need to call 911. Femur fractures, that could be deadly. That could be deadly. It's not good. It's not good. So if you want to, make sure you guys get the rescue pack. If it was bleeding out, and it was external bleeding, and he's just bleeding, you can stop the bleed with the tourniquet, packing the wound. Just be careful not to get poked by bone.